Kaceytron streamed a whole movie to fundraise for a copyright lawsuit? What? Oh my god. Where's the part with Kaceytron?
For the 3 targets of Ethan Klein's copyright infringement lawsuits, of course, that is Frogan, Denims, and Kaceytron.
Oh.
As pointed out by Dan Saltman here, Denims has received $10.
Big day, huge day.
12 hours. $10. Now, I talked about this tweet posted on July 1st in a previous video where I looked at that time, the last 48 hours.
I can't take anything a VTuber says seriously. I can't take anything they say seriously either, but it's because it's a woman.
And how the various GoFundMes were doing. And basically, during that period, they raised roughly like $700 in 48 hours. And I made a joke. I made a very small text that said only Giga Chads can read this.
Yeah.
Let's raise more in Super Chat donos than what they raised in 48 hours. And guess what? We did, by the way. In part, thanks to many people who just don't like the recipients of these lawsuits, beginning with Frogan. Okay? Frogan is someone
Why does she have that as her Twitter fucking pro? Why would you do that?
Incredibly unlikable. She is someone who said that American soldiers deserve PTSD. And isn't it funny that the top donation from that previous video a few days ago was from a former military person, a veteran saying, tell Frogan I meant to donate to her, but I guess my PTSD got the better of me.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Not only do I appreciate the very generous donation from not only this veteran, but like multiple veterans who donated as a result of my call for super chats a couple days ago. I appreciate your donation, but I even more appreciate your service. That's not really a hot take, and I'm very glad to see my community being so nice to these people because freedom isn't free, okay? I am blessed to be able to sit here with my cowardice loser ass to sit in this chair and talk about internet drama for a living. I am blessed. And the only reason I can do that is because of people like this.
I think that now, like, especially with how much like world turmoil we've seen recently, I think that Americans and a lot of Europeans, minus unfortunately Ukrainians, don't really understand the tremendous and like unfathomable privilege that we can live in. That we never have to worry that one day, there might just be a bombing happen. Think about living in Lebanon or living in, I guess Egypt doesn't have as much of that stuff, but obviously Palestine, Israel, Iran, fucking Ukraine, Kiev. Yeah, think about that, right? It's such a tremendous privilege that we as Westerners have that it's a fish in water. I don't think that we appreciate and respect that enough.
Who also feel it out of the kindness of their heart to contribute to me. I'm not deserving at all.
Yeah, we're on a PvE
I appreciate
server.
them.
Yeah.
I appreciate all of you who do stuff like this. It'll go always recognized. I check every day to check the super thanks. I give them a heart, and I read every single message. I appreciate it very much, but just know I'm very blessed. I know my position. I'm very lucky. But of course, people like Frogan, they take it for granted every single day.
But they are also lucky. Frogan is being protected by the United States military. And they will continue to protect her because she is an American citizen and she can be as stupid as she wants because she has the First Amendment. That's right. Thank God. Because then we get more content, right? It's the gift that keeps on giving.
People don't forget. Nobody forgets comments like, soldiers deserve PTSD. Nobody forgets that. But how's her fundraiser going? Oh, the GoFundMe. Oh, no. 17%. It's been like 2 weeks. Pack it up, Frogan. You're never going to reach it unless Hassan comes in and saves you, which I don't think is going to happen. buddy.
Wasn't Hassan bragging yesterday about making a bunch of money at that phase party? Wasn't he going around talking about all that money he had? Wasn't he going around talking about, what was the shit going on? What he going and saying? Yeah, where is this? I remember I saw this the other day. What's he going around talking about making all this money and shit?
How much money would I have to pay you to jump in the pool?
Okay, no worries. I made more money than everyone here.
Yeah, the chat likes it when Broden holds the camera because he's cold. I like that. I kept saying I want uppies.
Oh, that's getting close.
And it's valid. It's valid and fair. All right, Hassan said I make more money. What about you?
Guys, how much you get today?
How much money would I have to pay you to jump in the pool?
Okay, no worries. I made more money than everyone here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Like Hassan, we part of the same agency. They bring home the bacon. That's just how it is. I mean, like I wouldn't go around and say that, but like, you know, it is what it is.
Unless Hassan comes in and saves you, which
Yeah.
I don't think is going to happen, buddy. You shouldn't have set your goal at $200,000. You're not that important. You're not. No one's going to support you that much. But let's check in on the other people. Denims, who raised a sterling $10 in the last day or so.
Yeah.
She's sitting at $37,000. That's roughly 38% of her lawsuit. It's
pretty good.
GoFundMe for the lawsuit that she's trying to combat. And Kaceytron, the dark horse of this race, somehow winning. Imagine being in a trio of lawsuits and you're losing.
I feel like the reason why Kaceytron has raised the most money is because people want to. It's like a Kickstarter for like a TV show. This will be the most entertaining episode. And I think that's the real reason why. People just want to see it happen. It's investors, bro. They're investing.
Kaceytron.
It's a Kickstarter, yeah.
I'd be done, man. I would leave the internet forever. But she's up to 42,000. She was up to 41,000 like 3 or 4 days ago, but she went on a road trip and just like quit. She's like, nah, you know what? My financial freedom is on the line here. I'll go on a trip. Not a good choice.
Yeah.
But Kaceytron has been active. She went back to streaming, and
is this where it? Oh God. Oh God, bro! All right. Let's get it. This is the reason why people donating to her.
She do to combat everything going on? Well, she did the stupidest thing she could ever do.
So far,
she started a stream to raise money for a fundraiser, her GoFundMe, which involves copyright infringement, by watching a movie live on Twitch.
I actually think that she might be dumber than Johnny Somali. Really? Like, this is Johnny Somali levels of a lack of self-preservation. It's actually impressive.
You can't make this up. You literally can't make this up. Dan Clancy doesn't care. He doesn't care whatsoever. People are abusing his system to watch movies without even her on the screen. It's not for criticism. It's not for any sort of review. It's just to play a movie, to dangle keys in front of people, hoping they will contribute to her GoFundMe. Clear violation of Twitch's TOS, and also another example of copyright infringement. Clearly. But no one cares. And through this, I'm not going to play this clip because she's playing Evanescence Bring Me to Life.
This almost makes you want to donate to her GoFundMe. It does. This is so stupid. This is so stupid that I just want to make sure it happens. Oh my God. Read the comments. Typical cult behavior. F you incels. Oh God.
In the background, I love Evanescence, by the way. That's besides the point. But she's basically saying, all these Zionists are attacking me. Hassan, help me. Hassan, please, where are you, Hassan? He's not here. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about you. Because you're an orbiter who went off and got in trouble in his name. And now he doesn't care about you because he never did. And now you're stuck
Jesus
here.
Christ.
Out in the open. Begging for money.
It's a moon that fell out of orbit. It's going straight into the sun. What the fuck is she doing? I don't know. Oh no.
Dancing in front of your community. For what? The chance to fulfill the GoFundMe so Ethan Klein can collect more in his settlement with you?
Yeah, he wants to raise money for Ethan Klein. Donate to Kaceytron.
Yeah. Terrible situation.
Oh, God.
And she would,
Today was a rough day. She just smoked. She got an orange jumpsuit on, too, anyway. That's crazy. Wow. I don't know what, like... is that a prison jumpsuit? Not yet.
Round this off by saying, today was a rough day. The non-stop brigading on all of my socials. The smear campaign started by bad faith incel cult communities.
By the way, she's talking about me. She is 100% talking about me. That's it. It's always about me.
To be immediately laundered
and
by snark subreddit.
By the way, just real quick, I'm going to self-glaze myself for the 15th time today. I said this about her last year.
Is your sick mother living like that person?
Okay.
Still miles above of Asmongold. Miles above Asmongold.
Now, I'm going to be honest. I do genuinely believe that bad things do happen to bad people. And so whenever I see somebody saying this, I think it's just a matter of time. And whenever it inevitably happens, I will be there to laugh.
Crybaby men wouldn't last a day being a woman in this manosphere incel hellscape. Lord save me. If you hate this incel hellscape, get a job. Stop streaming. If you hate this space so much, do something else.
Why isn't she just like, I mean, she loves smoking weed. Why doesn't she just open like a dispensary or like sell like weed? And I don't know if you can sell salvia where she's at, but like, I mean, she's obviously really passionate about smoking weed. I don't know hardly anybody else that's been this passionate about. Actually, that's not true. I know multiple people that are this passionate about smoking weed, but why doesn't she just do that? Like, that actually is what she should do. Like, and I mean this in like a completely non-toxic, non-harmful way. What Kaceytron should do is she should start a weed shop and make that her content. I think it would be the best idea that she could possibly have. Now, I understand that a big problem with this is that it would take time and effort and work. And it's a lot easier to just be asleep and lay on the floor and complain about men. But this would be better content.
And you know what? Lord save me, the Lord is not with you, dude. I can tell you that. I do not think the Lord is on your side with this entire campaign where you're calling every single critic an incel. And by the way, they assume it's only men that dislike them. Ladies in the chat, all 10%
No, all of the women that dislike her are actually just pick-me's that are looking for attention from men. That's the only reason. So, either you're right, it's either I'm right or you're lying. Like, okay, yeah, that's pretty easy.
Of my audience.
How convenient.
Do you like Kaceytron? Are you on her side? Let it be known in the comments section. I have a feeling you're not on her side. But there's another component to all this, and it's this dude,
Heads I win,
Mike
tails you
from
lose.
PA, who is probably the strongest Hassan orbiter who's been doxing.
Strongest is he's talking about this metaphorically, in case anybody was confused.
His critics online and also threatening them. He has a long history of doing this and also calling for people like Asmongold to be banned by Twitch.
Dude, Hassan has Mike from PA on his payroll, okay? Don't ever say that Hassan doesn't spread his wealth. Because every time that Hassan says something stupid, somehow Mike says something that's like 5 times dumber, 10 times more insane, and like way more black and white, and you're wrong on this issue every single time.
TOS that he violates every single waking second of his existence. And you know what? Maybe this is a topic for like another day, right? There's too much to go over.
If I had to live with Denims, Frogan, Casey, or Mike for a year, who would you choose? I think probably Frogan. Yeah, like she probably just keeps to herself, sits in her room, doesn't really do anything, minimal problems. Yeah, probably Frogan. No, really, like that would be the, yeah, like I'm thinking about this logically. Denim's 100%. No, people just say that because they like her, right? They think she's pretty. But like that's not really like that's not it's not really how I think, okay?
With Mike from PA, but all I have to do is play this clip.
No.
That's fine.
No. No.
I think that's fine. So if a guy pays my
No.
I think I'm getting your attention.
Same guy, by the way. Same guy who is shaming people, calling them incels and losers and awkward and saying they'd never been around women before. And this is the guy. He grows a beard and grows out his hair and all of a sudden thinks he's like a Giga Alpha Chad.
Man.
No, dude. This is you. This will always be you. But anyways, that's the long...
Bro, I don't know how this happens, man. It hurts to watch every time. See, like, I play it and it doesn't bother me, but he plays it, and then I'm like, okay, I'll link you guys the video. That was really funny. This is so cursed. It's the epitome of mad. I don't listen. I don't make comments on women's appearances. Well, I do, but I try not to do it on a regular basis. If a girl is attractive or not attractive, especially if she's a streamer, I don't like making comments on women's appearance. You do? Stop it. When was the last woman that I made a comment on their appearance? When was the last time I did it? When was the last one? Okay, I called Kaceytron fat like 6 months ago. That was it. Denim's just now? No, I said that's what people think. I never made a comment myself. I just said that's what people think. You call Frogan fat when reacting to Tectone and agreeing within a few months? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I just said that. I said that he said that. That's totally different. You do regularly judge fat women? Well, I don't judge them. I just simply appraise them. You know? It's like an appraisal. You know, the same as you do it like a, fuck. Like, I don't know, like a livestock auction or something. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Give me a minute. I gotta go do something.